Respected colleagues, I have examined and approved the votes and proceedings of Wednesday, 18th January 2023. Any member who has a petition to present to the House may please write to do so. The date is not around. Respected colleagues, the first business of the day is presentation of 3 reports of the Committee on Basic Education and Services, standing in honor of Judas. The reports are ready for presentation. Honorable Judas is invited to present the reports. Yes, sir.
Right, Honorable Speaker, Honorable colleagues, my name is Honorable Sylvester Obaga. I represent Abakaliki Federal Constituency. I had a mandate of my chairman to present the following reports. That this House do receive the reports of Committee on Basic Education and Services on a bill for an act to amend the Teachers Registration Council of Nigeria, ADCAP, Tier 3 Law of the Federation of Nigeria 2004, to ensure that only licensed or registered and qualified teachers who exhibit thorough professional conduct teach in schools and provide for stiffer penalties and punishment for unregistered and unqualified teachers, and for related matters thereto. 2, that the House to receive the report of the Committee on Basic Education and Services and Health Care Service on a bill for an act to introduce preventive measures and teaching of breast and cervical cancer into the curriculum of a compulsory subject / civic education for senior secondary schools in Nigeria and for related matters. 3, I move that this House do receive report of the Committee on Basic Education and Services on a bill for an act to introduce preventive measures, teaching of sexual and gender-based violence into the curriculum of compulsory subjects as civic education for all secondary schools in Nigeria and for related matters. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Eden.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues. My name is Idem Unyime, member representing Ukanafun, Rowanam Federal Constituency of Akwa Ibom State. Mr. Speaker, I rise to second the motion for reports presentation as moved by my colleague. I so second.
Those in favor of the motion say aye. Against say nay. The ayes have it. First Ogbaga, second Ogbaga, please lay the report. Why are you looking at me? Asking the meaning of that. Asking the meaning. Respected colleagues, the second business of the day is presentation of a report of the Committee on Human Rights on a bill for an act to amend the Trafficking in Persons Prohibition, Enforcement and Administration Act number 4 of 2015 to include the Federal Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Disaster Management and Social Development in its governing board, review the mode of appointing the Director General of the agency to strengthen and act by reviewing the offenses and penalty provisions and for related matters, standing the name of Honorable John Day, All members will recall that the bill was referred to the committee on Thursday, 8 December 2022. The report is ready for presentation. Honorable Onde is invited to present the report.
Mr. Chairman, the order of the day of the, number 4 is hereby stepped down for. It's not around. The mover is not around. Or have you been mandated to move it? If you have been mandated to move it, you can approach the chair.
You have the report with you?
The report is hereby stepped down, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Speaker.
No. Well, I think the most important, the message is well coordinated and getting. Thank you, sir.
I stand to be corrected, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Presidential report stepped down by the leave of the House. Respected colleagues, the first order of the day is the third reading of a bill for an act to provide for establishment of Project Development Agency, PRODA, Enugu, to conduct scientific, engineering, and technological research aimed at facilitating the domestication and industrialization of appropriate technology for socio-economic advancement of Nigeria and for related matters. Standing in the name of the House Leader, all members will recall that the House adopted the report of the Committee of the Whole on the bill on Wednesday, 18 January 2023. I therefore call on the Leader of the House to move that the bill be read the third time.
Honorable Speaker, honorable members, my name is Mohamed Tahir Munguno. I represent Marche Munguno Ganzai Federal Constituency of Borno State. I hereby move that a bill for an act to provide for establishment of Project Development Agency Enugu to conduct scientific, engineering, and technological research aimed at facilitating the domestication and industrialization of appropriate technology for socio-economic advancement of Nigeria and for related matters be read the third time. I so move.
Honorable Maki. Honorable Sada, I will beg you to sit in that seat until.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, my honorable colleagues. I am Abubakar Maki Elleman. I'm from Jigawa State. I represent Malamudori Kaugama Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I rise to second the motion heavily moved by the acting leader of the House. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Those in favor of the motion say aye. Against say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk is invited to the long title for the bill.
Right Honorable Speaker, honorable members. A bill for an act provide for establishment of Project Development Agency, PRODA, Enugu, to conduct scientific, engineering, and technological research aimed at facilitating the domestication and industrialization of appropriate technology for socio-economic advancement of Nigeria and for related matters. Third reading.
Bill read the third time and pass. The second order of the day is the commencement of debate on the general principle of a bill for an act to amend the Legislative House's Powers and Privileges Act 2017 and for related matters. Standing the names of Honorable Femi Bajamila, Honorable Mohammed Tahir Manguno, all members will recall that the bill was read the first time on Wednesday, 21st December 2021. Now invite Honorable Monguno to move that the bill be read the second time.
Honorable Speaker, honorable members, my name is Mohamed Tahir Monguno. I represent Marche Monguno Ganze Federal Constituency of Borno State. I hereby move that a bill for an act to amend the Legislative Houses Powers and Privileges Act 2017 and for related matters, House Bill 2149, be read the second time. I so move.
Seconder, Honorable Adi.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Respected colleagues, Ari Mohammed Abdul Mumin is my name. I represent Nasarawa Toto Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Nasarawa State, Shetim and Nasarawa Makamadogu. I rise to second the motion ably moved by the leader. I so move, sir. So second.
We want to thank you.
Honorable Speaker, honorable members, this bill, as the title entails, is res ipsa locutor. It speaks for itself. But for the purpose of further elucidation and elaboration, what this bill seeks to achieve is to amend the Legislative Houses Powers and Privileges Act by immediately including, after Section 20 of the Legislative Houses and Powers and Privileges Act, an additional Section 21 and 22, whereby members of the House of Representatives should be addressed and designated as representatives, while distinguished senators of the Senate will be designated as senators. And what this bill seeks to achieve principally is to, in tandem with what is happening in other climes, especially the United States of America, which is also practicing the presidential system of government, where congressmen are addressed as representatives. So, mutatis mutandis, what this bill seeks to achieve is to equally address representatives of the United States, of the Nigerian House of Representatives as representatives, each set of honorables. And again, Mr. Speaker, honorable members, we want to distinguish the way and manner representatives, particularly in the House of Representatives, are being addressed as. For example, councillors are addressed as honorables, and ministers are equally addressed as honorables. So in order to clearly distinguish what the title that members of the House of Representatives bear or addressed as a representative in tandem with what is happening in the United States Congress, which is also practicing the presidential system of government. So essentially this is what this bill seeks to achieve, and I invite my colleagues to unanimously, without a voice of dissent, support the second reading of this bill. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues. Odebo Meshegun is my name. I represent the good people of Surulere, Ogolua Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I equally want to commend the mover, the Speaker, and the Honorable Mogunu for coming up with this, because
silence, please.
It is highly time for us to address it. And I can tell you the word honorable, the way it's being used all over the nation. Even supervisory councillors that are called honorable. Everybody is honored. I think it is better, we are here to serve the nation and to be addressed as representative of the masses, so that we should not be regarded as we are really comfortable. We are here to serve the people and the representative as the representative of the masses. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Well, colleagues, I want to beg that in as much we want to create a niche for ourselves or create another name for representative to be addressed as representatives, there is no need to look low on any arm of government. As far as I'm concerned, they are all important. We need them to exist as a country, and for the good governance of our country, of course, some people must serve at the various strata. So, not against this bill, but the way you're putting it, councillors addressed as, of course they are. If they are honorable, they should be addressed as honorable. And so also members of the National Assembly. Respected colleagues, those in favor of the bills, be ready the second time, say aye. Aye. Against, say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk is invited to read long title of the bill.
Right, Honorable Speaker, honorable members. A bill for an act to amend the Legislative House's Powers and Privileges Act 2017 and for related matters. Second reading.
Leader, Kano Caucus, allow leader to function.
Honorable Goro, please. Honorable Aminu Goro, can you take your seat, please?
I think...
Allow the parliament to work, please.
You are moving... Leader.
Go and address the Igbos in your constituency.
Leader.
Go and face the Obi intervention in distraction here, please.
Goro, I thought you are already in the same page. You are all wearing black today. Bill referred to Committee of the Whole. Respected colleagues, the third order of the day is commencement of debate on the general principle of a bill for an act to establish the Gum Arabic Research Institute and for related matters, standing in the name of Honorable Mohammed Tahir Mogudo. Honorable members recall that the bill was referred to was read the first time on Tuesday, 18 January 2023. I now invite Honorable Mogudo to move that the bill be read the second time. Why do you say third time at the end of the second reading?
Honorable Speaker, honorable members, my name is Mohammed Tahir Moguno. I represent Marche Moguno, Ganze Federal Constituency of Borno State. I hereby move that a bill for an act to establish GAM Arabic Research Institute and for related matters be read the second time. I so move.
Honorable Zana.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm Honorable Usman Zanna, representing the good people of Kagao, Gubioma, Gumberi Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Borno State. I rise to second a bill for an act to establish Gum Arabic Research Institute, raised by the Chief Whip of the House. I so second, Mr. Speaker.
You want to lead the debate? Thank you.
Honorable Speaker, honorable members, this bill seeks the establishment of a Gum Arabic Research Institute in the country. And this bill was sponsored against the backdrop of the importance of Gum Arabic as a major source of revenue, especially against the backdrop of the fact that government is working hard not only towards the diversification of the economy away from oil to agriculture, but also looking for ways and means of generating our source of revenue, especially external revenue, for the purpose of bankrolling our critical infrastructure needs with all its attendant and concomitant effect of generating the much needed employment to our people. For example, in Sudan, Gum Arabic is the major source of revenue to the country. It contributes about 70% to their gross domestic product. And it is a common knowledge and often secret that from Bornu, Yobe, Jigawa, up to Sokoto is a Gum Arabic belt. And if properly exploited, harnessed and properly exploited, with all the research that is done on it, it will be a major source of revenue to the government. And it was against this backdrop, this bill seeks an establishment of a research institute that will have the sole mandate of conducting research for the purpose of development of the crop, for the purpose of domestic and exportation of the crop for the country to urge the much needed revenue. Against this background, I invite my colleagues to support the second reading of this bill. Thank you.
Yes, Honorable Osai Osai.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Speaker, distinguished honorable colleagues. I remain Honorable Osai, Nicholas Osai, and I represent the good people of Ndokwa Okwani Federal Constituency of Delta State. Mr. Speaker, you are aware, even the Chief Whip is also aware, we make an argument as it relates to most of this institute. And with our recent report, which the federal government is implementing bit by bit to bring about a lean government because of the short in revenue. You're also aware there are institutes that deal with these issues, and we agreed, based on our Order 1, Rule 2, based on traditions, practice, that most of these bills, instead of multiplication of institutes, we should be able to allow one institute to absorb the other ones, because there are institutes that deals on seeds, crops, in other issues. So I believe, Mr. Speaker, bringing about this institute again is bloating the bureaucracies of our country. And one of the cardinal things the Minister of Finance even dwelled on recently at Davos, he also looked at the issues where government will cut costs in essence of generating revenue. Mr. Speaker, you are aware that even the minister claimed that as from April, the issues of deregulations will commence. And what's the essence of deregulation? You are deregulating because you have short of revenue. And if this National Assembly continue to produce and churn out institute, how are we going to end? That means we are running the government at ground. So, and this situation, Mr. Speaker, we should align this bill with our precedents, that there are already existing institutes that deals on this kind of natures of tree and crops. And most example, Umudike deals on these issues.
I think Umudike deals with root crops. Root crops is not gum Arabic. We have Institute for Cereal, we have Institute for root crops, and then we have Rubber Institute.
Why advance this issue, sir, Mr. Speaker? Advance this issue.
If you want to advance regions, we are trying to diversify the economy. The mover of the bill mentioned to you what this bill, what a similar institution has impacted in another country. And it's now to catch on the opportunity. Of course, it's vast wealth that is lying waste that I believe if we tap it properly, we stand to benefit.
You're also talking about convergence of these institutes.
Don't play with language, sir. Thank you.
No, sir. I'm coming, sir. Listen. I think Mr. Speaker is presiding, not entering the arena.
No. I'm supposed to guide you. I'm presiding. I'm supposed to guide you.
No, I'm not.
You are imputing improper motive to the presiding.
I think he's trying to derail this issue.
That is what he's doing. Yes. You are trying to
I need your protection.
How can you protect?
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I am highly protected by Mr. Speaker. And that is why I always looked that Mr. Speaker is a man with in-depth knowledge on parliamentary procedures. So on this ground, Mr. Speaker, distinguished honorable colleagues, I believed if we are patriots in this country, and we know that government today we have shortfall of revenue, and we know we need to protect our economy, and that there's no need duplication of institute in this country. Because Oresaya report is being implemented by APC.
Honorable Sai, I want you to understand that duplication of agencies is different. But you can also create an agency that will give you enhanced revenue. And this is one. This is one.
We have not been convinced by the proposals.
Thank you. Yes, sir. Sorry.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues. Mr. Speaker, this bill to establish Gum Arabics Research Institute, coming from the one-time or two-time chairman of AGRIC, is very important. And he has stated clearly the importance of Gum Arabic. And he has also elucidated that it is also planted and harvested in his state. But I believe strongly that in management, in policy, in finance, there should be the practice of economics of scale. Like you rightly mentioned, there is a Horticultural Institute, there is a Rubber Research Institute. Just a moment. Gum Arabic is different from rubber. Rubber is what you have used for tires, and Gum Arabic, you take it, you eat it, it's edible. It's used for gums and all, so it's different. That is said it's gum, you must properly situate it. So, Mr. Speaker, I was discussing about economics of scale. And the chairman, the chief whip, who was the former chairman of AGRIC, Mr. Speaker, you may ask the leader to let me have my 15 minutes of fame.
Please, Honorable Toby, always address the chair. Don't address anyone on the floor here. You are a ranking member. I thought you should know that.
I'm addressing the most powerful man because...
Please, address the chair. Address the chair. You have no business with anyone on the floor.
You know, there was a proposal to make you
Don't
chairman,
address me. Don't address me. Address
chairman of National Population Commission. So, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, so I would think that if we have these institutes, there's Serial Research Institute, there is so many other institutes. There are ones that deal with fruits, that deals with seeds. I believe, Mr. Speaker, he has clearly established the need for us to optimize the use of gum arabic. But because of the economics of scale, because of the challenges we have in the Federation, I think it would be good that with his cognate knowledge of Ministry of Agriculture and the institutions there, he can advise us and guide us on the institutions that will deal with this matter. And we can follow up with an amendment of the existing institute to make sure that emphasis or a serious department, a big department is created for the research on gum arabic. That will attend to some of the issues Osai raised, and the finances and the economics of school we will enjoy, because therein they will be dealing with so many other crops, and there will be some kind of benefit of, mutual assured research benefits. When you are researching on this, you might also take advantage of it and have some insight on some other crops. Thank you very much.
Yes. Leader, then, Honorable. I say leader, then. Okay, Sada.
Mr. Speaker, the tree that generates the gum, that acacia, it suggests to have a very important mechanism that controls harmful bacteria that causes gum disease. The value chain of gum arabic, it is driven in the confectionery industry and the pharmaceutical industry. And if you look at the belt in the country that produces, or that this tree, acacia tree, survives, is a harsh and very rugged belt in the country. So that's more reason why we should create an outfit that will harness, create, and more so, getting this tree, acacia tree, to survive in our forest will also reduce desertification, because it's very rugged in terms of water control. It can survive 5 years without a drop of water. So because of deforestation in our forests, most of these trees are cut down. So we need an outfit that can control this, that can establish this, and it will improve the revenue base of this country or the states where they have this gum arabic. And also, it's exportable. We export it. We don't even have the the industries that can leverage on this. So it will generate revenue, and it will improve the revenue base of this country. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. My respected colleagues, I remain Honorable Ado Dogwa, Mr. Speaker, representing Tudunwada Dogwa Federal Constituency. Mr. Osai, for record purpose, I'm from Kano State. Very rural area, and a state that falls part of the very belt my good brother was making reference to. Mr. Speaker, head or tail, the fact is about creating possibilities, openings that will make our economy flourish. Whether you like it or not, Mr. Speaker, we are facing a very harsh economic situation at the moment. The major revenue source of the country is being challenged by a lot of things, dropping by the day. The product is no longer a hot cake in the commercial business. So any attempt by any one of you or any Nigerian to create alternative source of revenue should be a welcome idea. Mr. Speaker, I rise to put not only my weight, but to put reasons in the foresight of Right Honorable Monguno, Tahir Monguno, the senator in the waiting, Mr. Speaker, to believe that what he has come up with is forthright. Revenue generation is of importance, like I said, most especially when you are in a situation whereby the major source of revenue is becoming a problem. So gum arabic is one special product, one special species that we must also encourage to establish an institute that will not only harness and also provide chances and opportunities for revenue, but provide research initiatives to come up with an outfit that will cover that ground for Nigeria. Gum arabic is not a root product. Gum arabic is not a fruit. Gum arabic is not cassava. Gum arabic is not a coconut, which you produce cocoa butter, or you produce palm oil. Gum arabic is one special product that we must encourage to come up. I think probably my friend Osai, with due respect, I think Mr. Osai was mistaking the word Arabic to mean something else. We can call it Yobe Arabic, Borno Arabic, Kano Arabic, or Jigawa Arabic for him to be comfortable. Jigawa gum, sorry, not Arabic. Jigawa gum, Yobe gum, Kano gum, and Sokoto gum. If it's the word that is threatening or intimidating you, we can remove and delete Arabic and call it Nigeria gum. I think that is the fear. I want to make it. Otherwise, sir, I have not seen any cogent reason why someone should come up and say, "Oh, gum Arabic is not good enough to be annexed." And if you look at some countries, neighbor countries around this belt, referred to by Honorable Sada, Sudan, for instance, is a major contributor to their GDP today. So why should we not even annex and take advantage of some opportunity to also include or increase to our gross to our GDP, sir? It will reduce a lot of economic hardships in the country. It will provide rooms for employment, and I believe if we have chances, since there is the component of research in it, we will send researchers to states like Delta, states like Imo, states like Anambra to research. Possibly they have gum Arabic there, they don't know. No, you must.
Well,
so, Mr. Speaker, I want to use this opportunity.
I will have wished that this is a very simple bill, as far as I'm concerned, that we do not need to
Mr. Speaker, I would like to use the opportunity to plead with you and plead with my honorable members. Mr. Speaker, I want you to allow me plead with the honorable members to see reasons in passing this bill, please.
Thank you.
I beg of you, my honorable colleagues.
Normally, sir, by our proceedings, parliamentary proceedings, after the leadership might have spoken, you do not go back again to open. That is the reason. I will beg of you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Those in favor of the bill, I read the second time, say aye. Against, say nay. That's have it. Clerk is invited to read for the bill.
Right, Honorable Speaker, honorable members, a bill for an act to establish Gum Arabic Research Institute and for related matters. Second reading.
Bill referred to Committee of the Whole. Respected colleagues, the fourth order of the day is commencement of debate on the general principle of bill for an act to establish a right for victims of crime to provide for the rights, welfare, compensation of victims of crime, and provide for the strengthening of the criminal justice system and for other matters, standing in the name of Honorable Henry Achibong. All members will recall that the bill was read the first time on Wednesday, 23rd February 2022, and I invite Honorable Achibong to move that the bill be read the second time.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Honorable colleagues, my name is Dr. Henry Achibong. I speak for the people of Itu, Ibiono Federal Constituency in Akwa Ibom State. Mr. Speaker, I stand here to move that a bill for an act to establish rights of victims of crime, to provide for the rights, welfare, and compensation of victims of crime, and provide for the strengthening of the criminal justice system, and for related matters, be read the second time. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Seconder. Yes, sir. Kwara.
Right Honorable Speaker, my dear honorable colleagues. Mohammed Omar Biao is my name. I'm always standing and speaking for the people of Barutin and Kayama Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I am from Kwara State. Mr. Speaker, my dear honorable colleagues, I rise to second the bill, motion heavily moved by Mr. Honorable Achibong from Akwa Ibom State. I so move.
Honorable Achibong, do I put the question or you want to lead the debate? I should put the question. Those in favor that the bill be read second time say aye. Against say nay. That's have it. Clerk is invited to read the long title for the bill.
Right Honorable Speaker, honorable members, a bill for an act to establish rights for victims of crime, to provide for rights, welfare, and compensation of victims of crime, and provide for strengthening of the criminal justice system and for related matters. Second reading.
Bill referred to Committee on Justice. Respected colleagues, the fifth order of the day is commencement of debate on the general principle of a bill for an act to establish Federal Medical Center, Otun, Ekiti State, to provide a legal framework for its due management and administration and for related matters, standing in the names of Honorable Laruaju Ibrahim Kule. All members will recall that the bill was read the first time on Tuesday, 17 January 2023. I now invite Honorable Olaruwaju to move that the bill be read the second time.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable colleagues, I am Ibrahim Kunle Olaruwaju. I represent the entire people of Moba, Ido-Osi, Ilejumeji Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I am from Ekiti State. I rise this morning, Mr. Speaker, to move that the bill for an act to establish Federal Medical Center to Ekiti State and to provide legal framework for its due management and administration and related matter HB 2164 be read second time. Mr. Speaker, I so move.
Let me go for Obanikoros.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm Representative Ibrahim Babajide of Banikoro. I speak for Itiosa Federal Constituency in the land of our local Lagos State. I rise to second the bill as presented by my colleague on the establishment of Medical Center Otun Ekiti, Ekiti State. I so second.
Those in favor that the bill be read second time, say aye. Against, say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk is invited to read long title of the bill.
Right Honorable Speaker, honorable members, a bill for an act to establish Federal Medical Center Otuni Ekiti State, provide for legal framework for its due management and administration and for related matters. Second reading.
Bill referred to Committee on Health Institutions. Respected colleagues, the sixth order of the day is commencement of debate on general principle of bill for an act to establish Federal Institute for Diving Technology, ANAKU, Ayamulu, Anambra State, charged with the responsibility of full-time courses in deep sea diving studies and for related matters, standing in the names of Honorable Vincent Uvemulu. All members will recall that the bill was read the first time on Tuesday, 22nd November 2022, and now on invite Olu Ofumelu to move that the bill be read second time.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Respected colleagues, I remain Honorable Barrister Vincent Ekene Delichukwu Ofumelu, member representing the good people of Oyi and Ayamen Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Anambra State. Mr. Speaker, I rise this afternoon to present a bill for an act to establish Federal Institute for Diving Technology in Anako Obwe, in Ayamen local government, Anambra State, to charge with responsibility to provide full-time courses in deep sea diving studies and other related matters. House Bill 2099. I so move, Mr. Speaker, that the bill should be read for a second time. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, honorable colleagues.
The last man standing in PDP.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Honorable colleagues, I'm Dr. Tajuddin Adekunle Obasa, representing Ojo Federal Constituency from Lagos. I arise to second the bill for an act to establish Federal Institute for Diving Technology, ANAPO, Ayemelu, Anambra State, charged with responsibility to provide full-time courses in deep sea, ocean, diving studies, and for related matter. I so second. Thank you.
You want to lead the bill or we'll put the question? Colleagues, those in favor that the bill be read second time, say aye. Against, say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk is invited to read the long title of the bill.
Right Honorable Speaker, honorable members, a bill for an act to establish Federal Institute for Diving Technology, ANAKU, Ayamelu, Anambra State, charged with responsibility to provide full-time courses in deep sea ocean diving studies and for related matters. Second reading.
Bill referred to Committee on Maritime Safety, Education and Administration. Respected colleagues, the seventh order of the day is a motion on the consideration of outstanding bills from the preceding assembly, standing in the names of Honorable Abubakar Flatter. Honorable Flatter is invited to move the motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Honorable colleagues, I am Abubakar Flatter. I represent Birniwa, Krika Sama, Gudi Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Jigawa State. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, reconsideration of outstanding bill from preceding assembly pursuant to Order 12, Rule 16 of the Standing Orders of the House of Representatives. House notes that pursuant to Order 12, Rule 16 of the Standing Orders of the House, bill passed by preceding assembly and forwarded to the Senate for concurrence, for which no concurrence was made or negative, or passed by the Senate and forwarded to the House, for which no concurrence was made or negative, or which were passed by the National Assembly and forwarded to the President for assent, but for which assent or withholding thereof was not communicated before the end of the tenure of the Assembly. The House may resolve that such bill, upon being regazetted
or clean copies circulated be considered in the committee of the whole without being commenced de novo. Also note that the aforementioned bill was passed by the preceding assembly and forwarded to the President for assent, but for which assent or withholding thereof was not communicated before the end of the tenure of the last assembly. Aware that the bill was regazetted as House Bill 55 and read the first time, House resolved to commit the bill to the committee of the whole for consideration. As all move, Mr. Speaker.
It's too early for you to sit here.
Yes. Can you please go where God put you?
It's exclusive.
Not only exclusive, sir.
No, exclusive for the ruling.
Oh, yes. Please.
No,
Please.
you may
But
be
you can be ambitious, but don't be over ambitious.
Thank you.
One can be ambitious, but you don't be over ambitious. Can you go back to where God put you, please? Are you not even afraid here? You are near me. Not even the same. You are creating chaos.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues. I am from Katsina State. Amin Ashurman is my name, representing Bindo Amani. I rise to second the motion heavily moved by my friend Flatter, and I so second. Thank you.
Those in favor of the motion say aye. Against say nay. The ayes have it. The eighth order of the day is a motion on need to rehabilitate Ikod Akpa, Ikak, stroke, Ivak, Iba, Usung Itiat, stroke, Ikod Akpa, Idem, Ikod Udo, Mbang, road in Ukanafun, Akwa Ibom State, standing in the name of Honorable Idem. Honorable Idem is invited to move the motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues. Mr. Speaker, I'm sorry about the tough name. The name was tough. Mr. Speaker, I rise to move the motion on the need to rehabilitate Ikot Akpanku, Nyak Iba, Usongotiat, Ikot Akpaidem, Ikot Udombang, in Ukanafun local government area of Akwa Ibom State. The House notes that the Ikot Akpanku, Nyariba, Usongotiat, Ikot Akpaidem, Ikot Udombang Road in Ukanafun local government area of Akwa Ibom State plays a paramount role in the economic development of the Ukanafun communities, its environs, and the neighboring states. Aware that the Federal Ministry of Works and Housing, under its emergency intervention program, commenced the rehabilitation of about 2.8 kilometer Ikot Akpankuk, Nyariba, Usongotiat, Ikoropaidem, Ikorombang Road, but abandoned halfway in 2022. Concerned that the abandoned road has caused lots of hardship to inhabitants of the villages and adjoining communities, as the uncompleted road has either become a dead trap to the motorists or impassable for the farmers to transport their farm produce to town. Worried that as a result of the road being abandoned, farmers in the adjoining communities have suffered wastages by reason of the inability to take their invested goods to the market within time. Also worried that the dilapidated condition of the road has not only aggravated the present sufferings of the people, but the economic activities have also been put on hold as the movement of commuters, goods and services has led to the loss of earnings and resources. Concerned that apart from the inaccessibility and neglect of the road, the people have been left to seek alternative means of evacuating farm produce from the hinterland to cities, resulting in high costs of farm produce in the market. Acknowledges that the people of the area had appealed to the federal government through the Federal Ministry of Works and Housing to intervene urgently to ameliorate their sufferings. The House resolved to urge the Federal Ministry of Works and Housing to urgently complete the Ikot Akbanku, Nyariba, Usonatiat, Ikot Akpaidem, Ikot Udambang Road in the Ukanafun local government area of Akwa Ibom State. Mandates the Committee on Works and Legislative Compliance to ensure compliance. Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues, I so move.
Babadini.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Distinguished honorable members, Representative Ibrahim Ayokunle Isiaka. I speak for and on behalf of the very good people of Ifo Eweko Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Ogun State. I rise, Mr. Speaker, to support this motion in support of one of my constituents, which is Akwa Ibom, where I grew up. That the motion be accepted by the House and be passed as duly read by the mover of the motion. I so support, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Respect colleagues, those in favor of the motion say aye. Against say nay. That's it. The ninth order of the day is a motion on need to investigate the killings of Godson Oba Fuso by police stray bullet in Urumi, Edo State, standing in the no of Sergeant Ose Ogun. Honorable Ogun is invited to move the motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and my highly esteemed colleagues. I'm Sergius Ose Ogun. I represent Esan Northeast, Esan Southeast, and I'm from Edo State. Need to investigate the killing of Godson Owafoso by police stray bullet in Uromi, Edo State. The House notes that Section 14(2)(b) of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended, provides that the security and welfare of the people of Nigeria shall be the primary purpose of government. The House aware also that the National Assembly is empowered to make laws for the peace, order, and good governance of the Federation or any part thereof as enshrined in Section 4, Sub 2 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended. The House is disturbed by the rate of deaths of innocent and unsuspecting citizens occurring from stray bullets of police personnel in different parts of the country. The House is informed that on August 13, 2022, Godson Obafoso was killed by a police stray bullet 1 month after he graduated from Ambrose Ali University, Ekpoma, Edo State, at a social gathering at Uromi, Edo State. Has also informed that attempts to bring the erring police officer to justice failed due to complacency on the part of the police personnel at the office of the Assistant Inspector General of Police, Zone 5, Edo State. House Resolve 1, observe a minute of silence in honor of the deceased Mr. Godson Obafoso. 2, urge the Inspector General of Police to investigate the killing of Mr. Godson Obafoso by a police stray bullet on 13 August 2022 at a social event at Uromi. And 3rd, mandate the Committee on Police Affairs to ensure compliance and report back within 4 weeks for further legislative action. Mr. Speaker, my highly esteemed colleagues, I so move.
Seconder, Benway.
now. I speak for the people of Kiwanda and Oshongo. I rise to second the motion as moved by my colleague. I so second.
Respected colleagues, those in favor of the motion say aye. Against say nay. That's have it. The 10th order of the day is consideration of a bill for an act to amend the Court of Appeal Act 2013 to, among other things, increase the number of justices of the court from 90 to 110, provides for the integration of virtual courts proceedings and related matters. Standing, all members recall the bill was committed to Committee of the Whole on Thursday, 22nd December 2022. The leader will move for his consideration. Leader.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I remain Honorable Ado Dogwa, Mr. Speaker, representing Dogwa Tuduwada Federal Constituency. My respected colleagues, I'm from Kano State. I rise as directed by the Speaker to move item 10 on the order paper, which is a bill for an act to amend the Court of Appeal Act 2013 to, among other things, increase the number of justices of the court from 90 to 110, provides for the integration of virtual court proceedings and for related matters, HB 299 and 2115 be considered. Mr. Speaker, I move for its consideration.
I think you can get up to 13.
Yes, sir. With your leave, sir. With your leave, Mr. Speaker, and the leave of the House, I beg to continue with the subsequent ones. Mr. Speaker, the 11th item on the order paper is a bill for an act to establish Federal Teaching Hospital Makode, Benue State, and provide for composition, administration, and functions of the Management Board, and for related matters, HB 1889 be considered. Mr. Speaker, a bill for an act to establish Federal Institute of Industrial Research for development of micro, small, medium, and large industries aimed at rapid industrialization and socio-economic development of Nigeria, and for related matters, HB 55. A bill for an act to provide the legal framework to establish Federal Medical Center, Ufuma, Anambra State, and for related matters, HB 1373. Mr. Speaker, a bill for an act to establish Federal University of Environment, Nanka, and for related matters, HB 1168, a bill for an act to establish Federal Medical Center, Ebora, Oyo State, to provide legal framework for its due management and administration, and for related matters, a bill for an act to establish Federal College of Education, Jengre, Plateau State, to provide full-time courses, teaching, instruction, and training in technology, applied sciences, arts, social sciences, humanities, and management, and for related matters, HB 2106. A bill for an act to establish Federal University of Medicine and Medical Sciences, Abeokuta, Ogun State, as a training institution for the development of medicine and medical sciences, make comprehensive provisions of the management and administration of the university, and for related matters, HB 1484. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, a bill for an act to establish the Nigeria Maritime University, Okerem Koko, Delta State, and for related matters, HB 1133. Mr. Speaker, I beg to move that these bills be considered concurrently. Thank you, and God bless all of you.
Flatter.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues. I am Abokasan Flatter, I represent Burniwa, Likasoma, Guri Federal Concern. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Jigawa State. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I move second the motions have been moved by the leader of the House that items number 10 to 18 on the order paper be considered by the committee of the whole. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Those in favor of the motion say aye. Against say nay. The ayes have it. I will get back to that after the constitution. The Speaker, colleagues, the 19th order of the day is the constitutional report of the Committee of Women Affairs and Social Development on a bill for an act to amend the National Center for Women Development Act, GAP, N15 Laws of Federation of Nigeria, to enhance the functions of the center and name the center after Mariam Babangida and following matters. Honourable members will recall that the report was led on Tuesday, 17 January 2023. Honourable Adomi Onanuga will move for his consideration.
Deputy? Okay. Oh, he or she? Okay, go ahead.
He for she.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Respected colleagues, I remain Honorable Vincent Ekene Delichukwu Ofumelo, Honorable Member representing the good people of Oyi and IMN Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Anambra State. Mr. Speaker, I rise to move for that the House do consider the report of the Committee on Women Affairs and Social Development on the bill for an act to amend the National Center for Women Affairs and Social Development Act, Cap 15 laws of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, on a bill for an act to amend for National Center for Women Affairs, Cap 15 laws of the Federation 2004, to enhance the function of the center and rename the center after Mariam Babangida and the related matters, House Bill 114.7, and approve the recommendation therein. I so move, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, respected colleagues.
Honorable Lady.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues. My name is Idem Unyime, member representing Ukanafun, Orowonan Federal Constituency of Akwa Ibom State. Mr. Speaker, I rise to second the motion as moved by my neighbor for today. I so second.
Respected colleagues, those in favor of the motion say aye. Against say nay. The ayes have it. The 20th order of the day is consideration of two reports of the Committee on Health Services. Honorable Yusuf Tanko Sununu will move for his consideration. Deputy Chairman is around.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I still remain Honorable Dr. Samuel Babatunde Adedare. I represent the wonderful and good people of Agege Federal Constituency. I'm from Lagos State, the land of our local. Sir, I stand to move that the House do consider the report of the Committee on Healthcare Services on a bill for an act to repeal the counterfeit and fake drugs and unwholesome processed food, miscellaneous provisions Act.
Honorable Sergius, we are not yet done with their motion, so you have to return. Please take a seat. Come back to your seat. Yes, sir.
Act Cap C-34, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria, 2004, and make comprehensive provisions for the prohibition and control of counterfeit medical products, fake drugs, and unwholesome processed foods, and for related matters. I also move that the House
do consider the report of the Committee on Healthcare Services on a bill for an act to establish Institute of Physician Associates of Nigeria, charged with responsibility for determining the standards of knowledge and skills to be attained by persons seeking to become physician associate professionals, and for related matters, HB 1966, and approve the recommendation therein. I so move.
The only Shatima.
Mr. Speaker, sir, honorable colleagues, I remain Lan Shatima Ali, represent the only Shatima, for that matter, in the National Assembly.
Representing Boko Haram.
In Repso, representing Brusariga in the Saripero constituency, I'm from Yobe State, sir. I rise of second motion, ably moved by my able brother. I saw second, sir.
Well, Chairman Lecture, I hope you know the consequence of what you are saying. Thank you. Respected colleagues, those in favor of the motion say aye. Against say nay. That's have it. The 21st order of the day is consideration of report of the Committee on Health Institutions on a bill for an act to amend the Federal Medical Center Act to establish Federal Medical Center, Mbaku, and following matters. All members recall that the report was laid on Thursday, 28 May 2021. On Pascal bill will move for its consideration.
Mr. Speaker, Honorable Pascal Obi is not on the floor. I move that the consideration of this report be stepped down by the leave of the House. As so move, Mr. Speaker. By the leave of the Speaker.
Of report, step down by the leave of the House. The 22nd order of the day is constitutional report of Committee on Public Petition on petition by Chief Bipedal and Co. on behalf of Penepeloma Community and 20 others in Southern Ijo local government area of Bayelsa State stand against the management of Nigerian Agri Oil Company Limited over deliberate refusal to pay compensation to communities ravaged by oil pollution, which occurred on 29 November 2020, and at Kamembia Amam community. All members record the report was laid on Wednesday, 7 December 2022, on the General Person will look for its consideration. Fulata.
Honorable Jerry Alagfoson is not on the floor. I move that the concept of this report be stepped down by the leave of the House. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Constitutional report stepped down by the leave of the House. Respected colleagues, I want to make a clever indulgence to ask that we suspend our route to allow John Day take his second reading of his bill. He came in late because he had to go for medication. Pulata. Bill, on second order, no, not the time. The second bill, the second business, that's the presentation report of a committee. Laying of report.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues. I am Abubakar Hassan Fulata. I represent Purniwa Krika Samaguri Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Jigawa State. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I move that the House do rescind its earlier decision on item number 4 on the order paper and allow Honorable John Day to take up the matter. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Seconder, Dr. Adejade.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I still remain Honorable Dr. Samuel Babatunde Adejare. I represent the wonderful good people of Agege Federal Constituency of Lagos State. I stand to second the motion as moved by my colleague. I so second.
Those in favor of the motion say aye. Against say nay. The ayes have it. You can go ahead and present your report. Yes, sir. No, the motion first. Move your motion.
Right, Honorable Speaker, honorable colleagues, Dr. John J. is my name. I am from Benue State, Boko Taka Federal Constituency. First, I want to thank you for this rare privilege, not taken for granted at all. Right, Honorable Speaker, honorable colleagues, I want to move that the House do receive the reports of the House on Human Rights on a bill for an act to amend the Trafficking in Persons Enforcement and Administration Act number 4 of 2015 to include the Federal Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Disaster Management and Social Development and its governing boards, and to review the mode of appointing the Director General of the agency to strengthen the acts by reviewing the offenses and penalty provisions, and for related matters, HB 2102. I so move. Honorable colleagues.
Honorable Boni.
Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues, my name is Honorable Muhammad Adam Al-Khali, Basajos North Federal Constituency, Plateau State. I rise to second the motion heavily moved by my colleague, I so second.
Fellow colleagues, those in favor of the motion say aye. Against say nay. That's have it. Then they may go ahead and lay a report. Honorable Jerry, missing colleagues, can we please rise for 1 minute silence in honor of the person we lost in Edo through the stray bullet. May the soul of the peaceful departed rest in perfect peace. Thank you. Leader, move that the House do dissolve the committee of the whole to consider report.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Honorable members, I rise to move by the leave of the Speaker that this House do resolve to Committee of the Whole to consider reports. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I so move. Mr. Speaker, dan PRP nan naka fa dan gaye ne sosai. Ya karya hula. Anya PRP ba irin ta Malam Aminu bace.
Read your rules. Thank you. Yes, sir. Fulata, second the motion by leader.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues. I am Abubakar Fulata. I represent Berniwa Krika Samaguri Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Jigawa State. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I do I move to second the motion ably moved by the leader of the House that the House will resolve into committee of the whole to consider.
Those in favor of the motion say aye. Against say nay. The ayes have it. House is hereby dissolved into committee of the whole to consider reports. Respected colleagues, the first bill to be considered is for an act to amend the Court of Appeal Act 2013 to, among other things, increase the number of justices of the court from 90 to 110, provide for the integration of virtual court proceedings and following matters. Now I invite the leader to give the synopsis of the bill. You don't have it? You had only one. One is through an act or it's a constitutional provision. This particular provision of our courts, I think it's contained in the Constitution. I don't raise an issue regarding this one. I guess this is supposed to be a constitutional amendment. Courts, justice are provided in the Constitution, so it can't come through act to amend. I think so. Thank you. So, this particular consideration is stepped down for further legislative action. The second bill to consider is for an act establishing a teaching hospital, Makodi, Benue State, and to provide for composition, administration and function of management and for them matters. And I invite the leader to give the synopsis. Teaching hospital, Makodi. Oni, you have a university without teaching hospital? You have a university without teaching hospital? No, you are from Benue. I told you.
Well, thank you, sir. Let me help the leader. Since the leader has not got the details for it, let me just help the leader. Chairman and our colleagues, the bill to establish the federal teaching hospital.
Today, please stand up. No, you should stand up. Just
that cartoon rustler.
Be on your feet. Be on your feet.
Sir?
If you want to speak, stand up.
Okay, let me put on my cap. Am I okay now, sir? Chairman, sir, I think I'm okay now.
We can still see you.
Chairman, I can see you. I can see you, Chair. So, Chairman, our colleagues, is to take care of the two universities that are in Benue. We have a federal medical university of medical sciences in Otukpo. We also have the Joseph Sawan Taka University in Makodi. And the intention is to make one teaching hospital that will take care of the two. That's why it is named
Federal Teaching Hospital, Makadi, to reduce costs. And
I think you are going to compound issues rather than solving issues. So kindly take your seat.
Okay, sir.
You have already a University of Medicine, like you mentioned. So why do you need a teaching hospital? Colleagues, close 1, 2, 3. Close 4, 5 to 14, 15 to 18, 19 to 21, 22 to 28, explanatory memoranda, long title. Respected colleagues, the fourth bill to be the third bill to be considered is for an act to establish Federal Institute of Industrial Research for development of micro, small, medium, and large industries aimed at rapid industrialization and socio-economic development of Nigeria and following matters. Now I invite the leader again. Colleagues, clause 1. 2, 3 to 10, 11 to 22. Carried? 23, 24, 25, plus 26, 27, 28, plus 29, plus 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. The schedules, explanatory memoranda, long title. The next colleagues, that's the fourth bill to be considered, is for an act to provide legal framework to establish Federal Medical Center, Ufuma, Anambra State, and following matter. Now I invite the leader to give the synopsis. It's an establishment bill, and for the purpose of enhancing medical facility to our citizens. I don't know who is the mover of this bill. You are the one, sir. We have now a bill that have the consolidation of almost all the institutions. If you send this one, I can assure they will still return it because it is not in that as contained in that bill. My advice is that you work with the House Rules and Business to just take the name and insert there for the amendment, and then they return it back to us by next week so that we can do justice to it. Thank you. You have a minimum number of days for you to sit in the House. Have you satisfied that condition? Thank you. Thank you. So consideration step down by the leave of the House for further legislative action. The eighth bill to be considered is for an act to establish Federal University of Medicine and Medical Sciences, Abeokuta, Ogun State, as a training institute for the development of medicine and medical sciences, and make comprehensive provisions for the management and administration of the university and following matters. And I invite the leader to give the synopsis of the report. Colleagues, it's also an establishment bill. The leader is not here. I believe It is to give, the purpose is to give good education to our citizens and enhance the medical provision to our people. Thank you. Clause 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. (11 to 16), 17 to 27. Who says so? Look, check through your listen. Check your listen. Check properly. Yes. No, it's check this one. Check your documents. They are there. 28 schedules, long title. I believe explanatory memoranda too. Thank you. The 9 bills we consider for now to establish the Nigerian Maritime University, Okere Konko, Delta State, and for related matters. Colleagues, maritime is one very good area to enhance that will enhance our own economy if properly managed, and I believe so giving provisions for education in that space and area will further consolidate the intendment of having diversified revenue. So, clause 1, 3, 4. I didn't jump to. You didn't hear me. And I said 2. Thank you. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 to 21, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27 schedules, explanatory memoranda, and long title. The first report to be considered for is that of Committee on Women Affairs and Social Development on a bill for an act to amend the National Center for Women Development (ACAP) N15 Laws of Education Nigeria to enhance the functions of the center and rename the center after Marim Babangida, and for this matter now invite Honorable Adeomi Anonoga to give the synopsis of the report. Would you like to speak to us? At least you want to honor the first lady that push for the recognition of the women in our society. That may be the... Thank you.
Say something about that. You chair the committee.
Plus 1.
He or she.
Plus 2. Plus 3, 4, 5, plus 6. Plus 7, plus 8, 9, 10, 11. They are all retained. So 9, 10, 11. Observation. There's no clause for observation in constitutional report. There's no provision. Huh? We are past. The gavel has gone. Thank you. Yes, sir. 15, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 to 27, 23 or 27? 22, 23. Yes, 23, sorry. Schedules. Explanatory memoranda. Which one is that? I will go back to it. Thank you. Long title. That will jump one. University. I think that's what it's making. No, we have done that though. University of Environment. We have done that. Where were you? We have done that. Look at the report here. The next bill for an act to establish Federal University of Medicine and Medical Sciences, Abeokuta. We have done this. That's wonderful. Okay. Okay. Plus 1. 17. 2 to 8. 9 to 13. 14 to 17. Got it? 18 to 25. 26 to 31. Schedules. S20 memoranda. Long title. Which one? Again? Colleagues, the next is to bill for an act to establish the Nigerian Maritime University, Okero Konko, Delta State, and for related matters. One. Just right for me. Maybe numbering. I think it's a numbering that there's a problem. Women Development Center. Which one is 15 and 16? Which one is 15 and 16? Help me with the copy there. No copy of the. It's a copy of the report. I don't have it here. I don't have it here. Respectfully, the next report will concern that of Federal Medical Center, Ibora, Oyo State, and to provide for the legal framework for its due management and administration and for legal matters. This is a committal, I believe. It was taken for assent and then returned to us. That's the one for. No. This is for the same fate. Flatter. This report will also be subject to the same treatment like the other one we did. I think that could be the reason why it was returned to us. Our brother from Oyo. So consideration step down for further legislative action. Now, yes, I'm in the page. The next is a bill for an act to establish Federal College of Education, Jingri, Plateau State, to provide for full-time courses, teaching, instructions, and training in technology and applied sciences, arts, social sciences, humanities, and management, and related matters. Thank you. Clause 1, 1 to 19. (20) to 23 schedules, long explanatory memorandum, long title. Any other one? It's like the posts are not already. Okay, I can see them. They are 20. Where are we now? 20. We are now in 20. Okay. Now get 20. You got 21. Respected colleagues, the next report is to consider that Committee on Health Care Services on a bill for an act to establish the Institute of Physician Associates of Nigeria, charged with the responsibility of determining the standard of knowledge and skills to be attended by persons seeking to become physician associate professionals and related matters. Dr. Adejade, would you like to speak or we'll go straight?
Sir?
Would you like to speak to the bill or we'll go straight? Is there a bill?
Go straight.
Thank you. Plus one. Honorable Latta, we still need you. Where are you going? Huh? You want to? Okay. Thank you. Plus two. Plus three. 4, 5, 6. (7 to 14), 15, 16, 17. Explanatory memoranda, long title. The next is the report of Committee on Health Care Institutions, Services, and on a bill for an act to repeal the counterfeit and fake drugs and wholesome processed foods miscellaneous provisions Act Cap C3 for Laws of Nigeria 2004, and to make comprehensive provisions for the provision and control of counterfeit medical products, fake drugs, and unwholesome processed foods and following matters. Plus one, 2, 3, 4. This one You have to put the eagle eyes. Oh. Put the eagle eyes. So. Plus 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Dejari, what happened if the agency apply for this money? Where are they going to keep the money? If they apply 25, read the amendment. Why is from B? Yes, sir. It's for him to answer. He's the deputy chairman. Because you referred this particular clause to a form. I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. Page, no. Page what?
41.
I don't have it here.
Let me.
Okay, sorry.
You finished, sir.
Wait a minute. My concerns still not addressed by this form. Adejade.
Sir, what's your concern, sir?
My concern is that yes, this could be money, it could be taken as proceeds of crime. Are they expected to retain the money with them or take it to another account of retention? It doesn't specify.
Oh.
My reason is that we should not be the one to enable them when they begin to have money now, tomorrow, they can account for. And then it will be that it is the National Assembly that has given the power. Agree they should take money from proceeds of crime. But to which account? Where?
Wow. I understand what you are driving at.
Thank you.
I think As it is, I think it's to the agency's account.
No, would they retain it? There should be a provision directing the movement of the money. You need to tidy those areas. I want to beg that we step down, look into it properly.
Okay. Chairman,
yes, sir.
Now, under the process of crime bill, all money such recovered must be limited to EFCC. If it is established that the money is from process of crime,
it will not be bad to look at the provisions of that particular bill vis-a-vis what is provided here. It will not be bad, so that you don't create conflict. Because the definition of that process of crime bill may differ. That's my concern. So, Adejare, you have to work with the chairman rules to sort out before next week, so that we can do justice to this particular. Further consideration step down by the leave of the House for further legislative action. Yes, sir. We'll stop at 24. This is similar, the bill I'm referring you to. Simple. This one? We didn't step this one. Okay. That's for whom?
You know, there's this mama food that normally use paracetamol to put inside beans for them to cook with them. I didn't see such kind of, they did not address such kind of issues. And this watermelon, where they normally use to inject this something reddish color for it to look so grotesque in such a way that you can easily maybe buy it or something like that. Is it inclusive here? I didn't see something like that. Is there any penalty for such kind of people that? No, sometimes they use Panadol. They use Panadol for them to make it easier for them to cook. So it's something under a processed food. What do you say, sorry? I'm just trying to make some clarifications.
Well, I think your concerns are genuine, if at all it happens. But maybe it's for the committee to look into it. Honorable Dr. Ajejare is talking about those who are using drugs alongside in their cookeries. Need for such provisions to capture punishment and then ensuring that it is eradicated in our society.
I want to say that Ajidare, this mama food, local food.
Not some. Use the word some mama food. Don't say mama food.
Okay, some people are using drugs to cook like beans and other things, and they are using carbine to make this plantain to be wrapped in a split period of time. Is there any penalties for them? Are you not getting me?
Well,
okay.
let me a little help him. I do know that some people use carbide, for instance, to ripen unripe fruit, fast tracking. Like it may have some harmful effect. He's asking that such be act should also have a space in the bill to ensure that it is eradicated. And then people who are using drugs, I think he's talking about his constituency, who are putting drugs into tea and the rest.
My constituency, even in Abuja here, Mr. Chairman, even Plateau State, they are using paracetamol to cook beans. Yes.
It's not in my constituency. That's why I say you are using our constituency.
Maybe all over the nation.
Thank you. Such kind of practices are harmful, of course, you know, and there should be there's a need for us to clean such kind of behavior and actions within our society. Since you want to ensure this bill is addressing some of it, it should be holistic. So among the things you now look into. Thank you. Grateful. Deputy Leader. Move that the House Leader, move that the House will battle penalty to report progress.
Mr. Chair, my dear colleagues, Comrade Peter Ohiozoje Akwatisin, MNI. I represent the great people of Akoko Federal Constituency. I am from Edo State. Mr. Chair, I move that this House do revert to plenary to report progress. I so move.
Deputy Chairman, Finance. Yes, sir. You have the floor.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'm Honorable Said Musa Abdullahi. I rise to move that that will refer back to plenary.
Are you very sure?
I'm very sure, sir. I second that will refer back to plenary to report.
Those in favor of the motion say aye. Against say nay. The ayes have it. The House is hereby to revert to plenary to report progress. Respected colleagues, the House and the Committee of the Whole considered the report on the bill for an act to amend the Code of Appeal Act 2013 to, among other things, increase the number of justices of the court from 9 to 1 to 110, to provide for integration of virtual court proceedings and for related matters, defer consideration of the report for further legislative action. The House and the Committee of the Whole considered the report on a bill for an act to establish the Federal Teaching Hospital, Makodi, Benue State, and provide for composition, administration, and function of the Management Board and for related matters, approved clauses 1 to 28, the schedule, the long title, and the explanatory memoranda of the report. The House and the Committee of the Whole considered the report on a bill for an act to establish Federal Institute of Industrial Research for Development of Micro, Small, Medium, and Large Industries, aimed at rapid industrialization and socio-economic development of Nigeria and for related matters, clauses 1 to 40, the schedule, the long title, and the explanatory memoranda of the report. Respected colleagues, the House and the Committee of the Whole considered the report on a bill for an act to provide for the legal framework to establish Federal Medical Center, Ufuma, Anambra State, and defer consideration for further legislative action. Respected colleagues, the House and the Committee of the Whole considered the report on a bill for an act to establish Federal University of Environment, NANCA, and for related matters approve clauses 1 to 28, the schedules, the long title, and the explanatory memoranda of the report. Respected colleagues, the House, in the Committee of the Whole, considered the report on the bill for an act to establish Federal Medical Center, Ibora, Oyo State, to provide for legal framework for its due management and administration and following matters, defer consideration for further legislative action. Respected colleagues, the House, in the Committee of the Whole, considered the report on the bill for an act to establish Federal College of Education, Jingling, Plateau State, to provide full-time courses, teaching instructions, and training in technology, applied sciences and social sciences, and humanities and management and following matters, approved clauses 1 to 28, the schedule, long title, and the explanatory memoranda of the report. The House, in the Committee of the Whole, considered the report on the bill for an act to establish Federal University of Medicine and Medical Sciences, Abeokuta, Ogun State, on it as a training institute for the development of medicine and medical sciences, make comprehensive provision for management and administration of the university, and for the related matters, approve clauses 1 to 31, the schedules, the long title of the bill. The House, in the Committee of the Whole, considered the report on the bill for an act to establish Federal Maritime University, Okero Konko, Delta State, and for related matters, approve clauses 1 to 27, the schedules, the long title, and the explanatory memoranda of the report of the bill. The House, in the Committee of the Whole, considered the report of the Committee on Women Affairs and Social Development on the bill for an act to amend National Center for Women Development Act, CAP N15, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004, to enhance the functions of the center and rename the center after Mariam Babangida, and for related matters, approve clauses 1 to 14, long title, and the explanatory memoranda of the bill. Respected colleagues, the House, in the Committee of the Whole, considered the report of the Committee on Healthcare Services on a bill for an act to establish Institute of Physician Associates of Nigeria, charged with the responsibility of determining the standard of knowledge and skills to be attained by persons seeking to become physician associate professionals, and for related matters, approved clauses 1 to 17, long title, and the explanatory memoranda of the bill. Lastly, the House, in the Committee of the Whole, considered the report of the Committee on Healthcare Services on a bill for an act to repeal the Counterfeit and Fake Drugs and Unwholesome Processed Foods Miscellaneous Provision Act, CAP C34, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004, and make comprehensive provisions for the provision and control of counterfeit medical products, fake drugs, and unwholesome processed foods, and for related matters, and approve clauses 1 to 24, deferred further consideration of the bill for legislative action. Leader, move for the adoption of the report of the Committee of the Whole.
Mr. Speaker, once again, Comrade Peter Ohiozojei Akpata-Sin, MNI. I move that we do adopt the reports of the Committee of the Whole as presented by Mr. Speaker. I so move.
Latter.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues. I am Abubakar Samfulata. I represent Greek Assam and Guli Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Jigawa State. Mr. Speaker, I rise to second the motion, every movement by the leader of the House, that we do adopt the report of the Committee of the Whole as read out by Mr. Speaker. So, second, Mr. Speaker.
Respected colleagues, those in favor of the motion say aye. Against say nay. The ayes have it. Leader, move for the adjournment of the House to next week, Tuesday.
Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues, Comrade Peter Ohiozojei Akpata-Sin, MNI, I move that this House do adjourn to Tuesday, the 24th of January, 2023, by 11 o'clock in the morning. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, sir. But automatically, this is the acting leader.
We have to.
Are you agreeing?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, respected colleagues. I remain Honorable Vincent Ekene Dilichukwu Ofumele Esquire. I represent Oyi and Ayamen Federal Constituency. I am from Anambra State. Mr. Speaker, I rise this afternoon to second the motion that the House do adjourn to Tuesday by 11 o'clock. I so second, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, honorable colleagues.
Respected colleagues, those in favor of the motion say aye. Against say nay. The ayes have it. As we serve by adjourn to Tuesday next week 11 a.m.